Stop worry in 7 steps. Think about how much time you spend worrying each day. Has any of that worrying ever accomplished anything positive in your life? Imagine what you could do with all of that time and energy. Imagine how much happier and comfortable you would be if you could minimize the amount of time you spend worrying each day. Worrying is a habit that we believe is helpful in some way, but it's easy to see that worrying only has a negative effect. Worry less and live more with these strategies. 1. Put your worries in perspective. Think of the big picture. According to scientists, there are around 100 million billion stars in the universe. That's 100 quadrillion suns. Most of those stars are believed to have one or more planets revolving around them. That's a lot of planets. In the grand scheme of things, we just hanging out on the equivalent of a speck of dust hurtling through space. We don't even get to do it for that long. Your problems aren't as dire as you think. We're little things on an insignificant planet. Enjoy it while you can. 2. Expect good things to happen. You can't worry if you expect a positive outcome. When you assume things will turn out poorly, it's natural to worry. Be as prepared for the worst as you can, but be optimistic. Your worry isn't going to change anything. 3. Understand what is and isn't under your control. We spend a lot of time worrying about things we can't change. What's the point? Do what you can to mitigate your risk and then see what happens. Let go of the things you can't control. You can't control most of the things you worry about any more than you can control the weather or the tides. 4. Stay grounded in the present moment. Pay attention to what you're doing right now. Avoid thinking about tomorrow. Make the best use of your time each moment, and the future will take care of itself. 5. Have gratitude. When you realize how much you have and how lucky you are, the future isn't as scary. Remind yourself of how good your life is already. You'll worry less. Gratitude is a habit. Take a moment each day and mentally list the things that you're grateful for. This can do more to enhance your perspective than you think. 6. Avoid isolating yourself. Life is harder to manage all alone. It's not reasonable to assume you can do everything by yourself. It's also less stressful to have a few friends in your corner. Avoid isolating yourself just because you're stressed. Your stress will only increase. Stay in touch with others. 7. Remind yourself of your past worries. You've worried about a lot of things over the course of your life. How many of them actually came true? Of those that did, how bad was it? You'll likely discover that most of your worry was inaccurate. Most of the things we worry about never happen. And even if they do, it's not nearly as awful as we anticipate. 8. Bonus step: turn it over to God. Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 to 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. 7. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Matthew chapter 6 verse 33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Any time spent worrying is wasted time. Especially if you are a child of God. If there's something you can do to resolve the situation, just fix it. Life is short and worrying detracts greatly from life. Work to minimize the amount of time you spend worrying each day. You'll enjoy life more and be more successful. If you have any questions or feel that we could help in any way, please call us at 815-932-5425 or visit us on the web at tristarcurate.com.